Wow. This is my first raging period in a while. I've been literally reading this book and yelling at the characters over the most simplest things. Like, this guy keeps calling this girl Bon Bon, and I keep getting mad at him over calling her Bon Bon. Like, it's just. Bon Bon? Really? Like, he started out calling her Bambi, but then she was like, Bambi's a guy. And then he was like, oh, you know what would be a better nickname? Bon Bon. What the hell? Bon Bon? Are you fucking kidding me? How the hell is that a good nickname? Like, Bon Bon? No, fuck you. That's like almost as bad as Babe. Or Baby. Or like, shut the fuck up. How about that? Like, shut the fuck. Just like, I don't even I don't get him. Like, at all. And just. And I think Rupert is coming into a raging effect because I just keep getting mad at everything. Like, just, I want to punch something. Like, really bad. Stupid. I'm the pee too. And then I barely ate anything because we don't really have much. I'm too lazy to cook. And all of the noodles that we have that I can cook easily, I don't trust them. Because I haven't eaten them yet and I don't know if I'll like them and I don't want to waste food. So I don't know. And then I tried eating one of the frozen dinners and they were nasty as fuck. Nasty. Like, gross one. Really. So I'm really hungry, but I can't eat. And my nose still looks like Rudolph. Let's get a close up of that nasty bitch. Excuse me. Although previously I did read. I did read a book that was really interesting. Actually, it was from the first person point of view of a bear. Well, specifically a cub, and she was in the Antarctic, and her mom was like super smart, and then her brother was like very like stubborn and big and like bold, and she was like very small and smart, and her mom ended up dying, and it was just, and then her brother ended up being injured, and she ended up being separated from him, and then she ended up like surviving on her own for the first time, and she ended up like growing and like learning and stuff, and then she found out that her brother died from this other male what's it called, male polar bear, and and she was like, oh, and then he was like, yeah, and then he was like, I'm a healthy bull, you know what I mean, and he was like, you're a healthy fertile young woman, like woman bear, and they were like, okay, and then that's how it ended, and I was just like, okay, comfortable, weird, but, and then at the end of the story, I was talking about how she was like proud because she walked out of her den and she had two cubs, twins, one smaller girl and one bigger guy, one bigger boy, and she was like having them scamper behind her, and she was talking about like how she's gonna teach them and make her mom proud, just like her mom taught her. And it was just fascinating reading about her struggles and stuff, and how like she interacted with nature around her and everything and stuff. It's a lot. It was very fascinating. I liked it. Aside from the part with that like one male bear towards the end, I was just kind of like, what is this? Like, please don't let me read anything about having sex between two bears because that's too much. Like, way too much for me. And they didn't. But like, it was interesting though. I liked it. It was fascinating reading how she survived. And yeah, I liked it. It makes me want to go visit Antarctica. Because Antarctica is so cool. It's cold though. But Antarctica is so cool because like they like the people there are just like so like strong and like boy what, and then like I just think it's cool. Plus like marine animals in Antarctica are cool. Penguins, seals, seals, otters. No, not otters. What are those things called? I don't even remember. Oh, and it was so cool too because like since it was coming from like an animal's point of view, like they didn't have like straight up names for things. They just kind of were like the snuffs. I think they were talking about the white seals, the white furred seals, like the leopard seals, I think, or something like that. And I don't know, it's different. I don't even remember what they're called, but something like that. And they would eat. They were like common hunt food, and so, but they wouldn't call them whatever their names are. They would call them snuffs. And I thought it was cool because they had like other names for stuff that they didn't know because they're like not human and they don't like come up with names for them. But like they came up with their own names and it was just like cool to like read from an animal's point of view and like watch them survive and stuff, and like yeah, I thought it was cool. It's one of like the most interesting books I've read in a while. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say other than like my grandma is kind of annoying because she's like so addicted to the news. Like I'm not even kidding, she's on there 24/7. Like last night I had trouble sleeping because she had the volume on so fucking high, so I'd like literally shut my door and like try and like listen to some music to tune the stupid TV off. Tune the TV out because she was just listening to it so loud. And more than likely she fell asleep there and like woke up like a couple hours later when the Olympics finally stopped, and then she went to bed at like 4 or 5 in the morning probably, or 3, whatever. But like still, grandma's just like she's not living healthy and it's like irritating, and it's not good for me either. But like it's not like I can fucking do anything because she's so fucking stubborn. God, this whole entire family is stubborn, and it's really hard because like we have all these hard-headed, stubborn-ass people in an entire family. Like we're always butting heads, always. Aside from me and my dad and I are pretty cool. Like we have like a little bit of an understanding. But my grandma and I, no, not at all, not even a little bit. Like we're always butting heads. So I try and avoid her so I don't fight with her. Because I don't like fighting with people unless it's like for an actual good cause that I will know have a clear-cut solution. But of course, with my grandma, it's never so black and white because she's just so frustrating and she never does anything right. Like ever. Like, I don't know. What else to say? I'm trying to find a book to read, but the book I'm reading is really annoying because he just keeps calling her Bonbon. Like, really? It sounds like a fucking hat or a French dish. Like, do I look like I want to be called Bonbon? Like, no. Like, I hate ridiculous, meaningless, annoying nicknames. Like, if it has, like, a special meaning, and it's, like, cute, and it's, like, unique, and it's, like, specifically made for that person, that I will respect and like that nickname, and think it's cute. Bonbon though, or something like as generic as Babe, or like what's another one? There are a couple other ones that I don't like because they're just so generic and like annoying, and I'm just like, no, stupid. Like, how do I know you don't call like 5 other girls Babe? Like, seriously? Or Honey too, because Honey just reminds me of my dad, because he used to call me Honey a lot when I was younger, so it's like weird. And then like Pumpkin too is a little weird. Like, I don't know, certain nicknames that just kind of like rub me the wrong way. I'm just like, so I have to go and find another book. Like, honestly, such a struggle. Like, seriously, like, Wattpad is just like the options are getting slimmer and slimmer, because the actual good books are not finished yet, and it's just really annoying having to read and then be on a cliffhanger and then read other books to distract myself and then come back to it and then not really remember and be kind of confused and not be as into the book as I was before. It's really annoying, and I just can't. I don't like it. And then the other books that are completed are either very long, drawn-out, boring books, or they're just, like, too fast-paced, and, like, the girls is always like, oh, help me, I love you so much. Like, I'm a weak, desperate child. I need your help. I will always obey you. Yes, yes, be possessive over me. Never trust me, but I will always have so much faith in you. Like, who the fuck wants that kind of relationship? Like, hello, equality much? Goddamn. It's just hell annoying. And then there's like the weird BDSM books, and then just like, no, it's getting harder and harder to find actual genuine books. And I'm sad because I want to keep reading, but I can't find the actual good books, and I'm just like, damn it, fuck. Oh, and then there's like another reason, like, that I like some of the books, they're just like, at first, like if it's actually like painful and genuine, like when a girl or a guy has like a painful history, then I'm just like, oh, I'm like very sorry. When it's like clear the author is like very specific, and it's like clear the author has like experienced what it's telling like the character has gone through. But when it's like very like fast paced and like very ridiculous and like fairy tale like, and I'm just like, you're just like using something as real as abuse that's not a joke as a plot line because you can't think of anything better. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's so fucked up and offensive. And just like, really? Like, are you... Because I was reading this one book, and the writing was... It was okay, and I didn't mind it that much. But then I was reading more, and this girl, she was like being like... She was a full-on adult, okay? And she was falling in love with this billionaire or whatever, which... We all know how I feel about billionaires. Like, what? Like, who fucking needs money to be happy? Like, goddamn. Like, are you kidding me? Anyways, so she falls in love with this billionaire or whatever, and then she's a waitress. And then, like, you find out later that, like, even though she's a full-blown waitress and she's, like, an adult, she's, like, in her 20s, she's still living with her aunt. And her aunt doesn't pay her, which I don't even know how that would pass by, like, the government and, like, whatever, what have you, because like that's breaking the law. You can't have, okay, whatever. And then but and then on top of that, like her aunt was like verbally and physically abusing her and like starving her, and I'm just like, girl, are you kidding me? Like, that's like, what the fuck? This isn't Cinderella, first of all, and second of all, that like the nerve to like even go that far. Like, first of all, like, if you're above 18, that's like impossible. And then there are people who are like under 18 and are actually stuck in situations like that, but it's still like hard to believe. And the way she just phrased it and the way she like worded it just like seems like so fake and rushed and just like needed for a plot. And I'm just like, really? Like, you're gonna use something serious and use it as a plot, as like a joke, and treat it so disrespectfully? Really? Like, are you... Like, really? Like, it's just fucking, like, ridiculous. It's like someone using like a school shooting as like an example for how a police officer like helping or whatever like fell in love with like one of the like senior students or whatever. Like that's like incredibly like disrespectful and disregarding like the importance of gun shooting and using it as just like a climax or a plot line to get your characters to meet and love each other. Like, are you really, like, that's how disrespectful it was. And I'm just like, really, like, maybe it's just my hormones raging and making me rage so much, but I'm just like like whenever I get like very frustrated, I can literally feel it. Like, I want to sound corny right now, but I feel like electricity like tingles, like it's like surging underneath. Oh god, so frustrating. Just feel a lot of energy, just a need to let loose. I don't know how though. Oh, and then also I get kind of annoyed because there are some girls who are just like, whoa, waiting for that perfect guy, the one who gives you the things, the one who gives you like the electricity and the zaps and the like, you know, the like perfect moment or whatever, and then like your first love or whatever, and then like when you can truly love or whatever, and I'm just like, or like you're trying to like wait till marriage, and I'm just like. I just can't take it seriously. I mean, I respect it, don't get me wrong. Just the actual like the actual like plausibility of that actually happening is incredibly dim. And when you set your hopes that high, you're gonna get crushed because the first person you give your so-called precious virginity to, you're gonna like think that you're gonna marry him or something, and it's not gonna happen, and then you're gonna be crushed. And it will be needless because you have these like stupid high expectations that shouldn't be there because they're very unplausible. Like, really, honey, no, this isn't the 1900s, okay? Like, get your head out of fucking clouds. And then they just, like, feel so betrayed when their, like, boyfriends or whatever leave them because they're not giving their shit up. Like, honey, like, I'm not saying that you have to have sex to have a good relationship. I'm just saying that, like, it helps. And, like, you can't expect to wait forever, and you can't expect that your first boyfriend or your boyfriend that, like, you haven't, like had sex with before, but like you're still waiting for him to like propose or whatever, to have sex with him is gonna happen because this isn't the 1900s. This isn't where like you need to court someone and then marry them and have kids. That's not the sole goal of people's lives anymore. The sole goal of people's lives now is unfortunately money. Like it's not gathered around money. It's not gathered around family and business anymore. It's gathered around money making and forging your career and your life stuff or whatever. And so people aren't gonna care like about like if you want to like save yourself for marriage, honey, because a lot of people don't want to like wait for that commitment. So you shouldn't put your expectations so high. So I'm just saying, like, the thing that I'm gonna do when I lose my virginity is like, I obviously will have lust for that person. I obviously will like that person. I probably will not love them. Let's be honest. Because me loving someone is a very low possibility. I just don't have enough trust to love people. Aside from friends, platonically. But like romance love is like, I feel like I have way too thick and high walls for that. So one, there has to be attraction. Two, there has to be like you have to be like liking the person. And three, there has to be trust that they're gonna take care of you through the whole process and not like dump like and hurt your ass right after or something. So yeah, it's because I'm like totally fine with like one night stands or like what are they called, friends with benefits. And, like, relationships, I'm just not, like, okay with, like, purposefully tricking me into having sex or something. And, like, dumping me after. And just, like, really? Like, if it's a one-night stand, you obviously know it's not gonna last. But if it's a relationship, that's kind of fucked up. And then, two, if it's friends with benefits, then, like, it's probably gonna happen more than once, so whatever. Yeah, and then the whole point of friends with benefits is even after you stop fucking, you're still friends, so whatever. Although I'll be honest, it's kind of hard to be friends with someone after you fuck them. Like, what? Oh, okay. But yeah, I'm just like frustrated because like I just get so angry at like the unrealistic shit that's in novels, and it's just really irritating. And I'm just like, bitch, what? And they make it seem like the men have like this hold in the relationship, and I'm just kind of like, honey, that's not usually how it works, because we women are pretty stubborn, and our mental will is a lot stronger than a man, so I'm just saying. Usually we can withstand their shit a lot longer than they can withstand ours. So, usually the woman has this bigger foot or bigger balls in the relationship. I'm just saying. She has the whatever. But in books they make it seem like the guy is like all possessive and like attractive and like boogie help me, save me. I'm just like, bitch, it's not like that. First of all. Second of all, no, I personally I would not want that. Like, it's too fucking controlling, first of all. Second of all, I'm either for equality or I'm for slightly dominant on my side. Okay, more than a little slightly, but like still, whatever. Obviously, I'm not gonna be like a controlling ass bitch, but like I will have slight dominance or equality. Like that's all I will stand for. I will never stand for submissive, ever in my life. I don't fucking care. Yeah, that's it. I don't know how I came up on this subject again. I blame my fucking hormones. I've been talking about sex way too much. Like, I recently had a nasty video. Now this video, which isn't nasty, are not nearly as in-depth. This is my last one, but... okay, I think I'm done, and I'm gonna go scourging around for, like, actual good-ass novels, because it's so fucking hard to find right now. Okay, bye.